Nobody dies, we continue growing. One day at a time, one day at a time, one day at a time.
Stop and listen, I rock it wicked, no competition on this shit. You gotta get it, there's nothing hotter than it. Or whack rappers with hops and isn't, I kick it to you if you got a minute. You'll bob your head like a walking pigeon. Play my position, I'm kinda different when rhymes is kicking. I got lots of this, I vibe to it as I rock and fit it. The amount of people that's feeling me is a high percentage. They know I'm tight, but I'll be conceited if I admit it. I'ma calm the game until I'm up at the top of it. And don't be checking to call me out if you got a problem with it. Unsilent shit just gon' get it stuck in some violence. And feelings gon' be hurt, so you better off if you mind your business. Don't get it started with that brother Marcus that get retarded. It's gon' evolve to some ruckus, improve your shit is garbage. He be the illest, hardest, realest on his rap. All you out there wanna get him on your track.
With my heart open, greed brings only misery. Away the tragedy.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you, for the old viewers there, you could remember that intro, the OG intro. That one's a classic. But so yeah, now we have a doc match here. I'm playing. I'm gonna do the analysis here, of course. So it's a killer game. Now, right there, she was pretty smart. This Fang, you see, she noticed I was going to use the shock on her. She wouldn't be able to drop the pallet, so she immediately abandoned that loop. And luckily for her, of course, that there was another pallet right in front of her, so she was able to avoid the hit there. But yeah, so if you're playing a doctor and he does that, if you have loops nearby like that, that's something you can do to avoid the fact that the shock will stop you from dropping the pallet, you know. So right here, it's a bit. I'm trying kind of a little mind game here, because he has quite the advantage here on the window. But by doing a little mind game, you see, I confused him a little bit, so he was waiting there at the wrong moment, and I was able to get a hit. Now this is a very safe loop here with the tractor, so I'm already thinking to myself, God damn it, I gotta do with the safe loop now. But yeah, we just go through it. And now using the shock here, correcting the timing properly so that he won't be able to drop the pallet, but he can still use the window, because again, this loop is yeah, pretty safe, kind of hard to deal with. But again, we'll stick to the same strategy here. Make sure he doesn't drop that pallet, because we'll eventually get to him if he keeps going like this. But if he drops the pallet, it's just gonna take longer. So right there, I was already expecting him to use that hard, but I had to swing anyway, because that way I get rid of his dead hard. Now he got shocked there, so he wouldn't be able to he would not be able to drop the pallet. Neither would he be able to jump that window before the shock effect dissipated. So right there, I got my down. Now Doc is very strong. People, I don't know if you guys saw my tier list video for the killers, but on my tier list, Doctor was like top 4 or something like that, top 5. Especially because of this reason, because he's actually he's better on chases than people give him credit for. However, he's not the best, so he can't be top 1 or anything like that. But if you know how to play him right, then you can end the chases pretty quickly. He has pretty much no counterplay to an extent. So here, this Fang, you know, right there, if she jumped the window, she would have got hit anyway, so she didn't really have much choice there. Now right there was just me reading it to the game. I was a bit aware there. She would probably be waiting for the save, so that's why I located her behind the. I came back and I located her behind those wheels there, or whatever, those tires. So again, they saved. So I want to put more pressure here. So everyone's injured. Now only that Ace is not injured. However, I'm gonna chase. He probably has borrowed time. Yeah, I was expecting him to have borrowed time, obviously, because the Ace wouldn't be that dumb to save in front of me without dead hard. These guys are the Ace and the Tap are also friend of mine as well. So I know they're not dumb enough to, you know, just let me tunnel that like that for free. So they probably have borrowed time. Now here's a good example of how good Doctor is in chases. If you play him right, you see that there's really like nothing the Ace can do here. He's gonna get hit regardless because he didn't drop the pallet early. So that gives me the chance to use a shock. See again here, there's nothing he can do because the shock is not gonna let him. He could have ran forward right there and vaulted that window. That would be probably the best play he could do here, because if he just keeps doing like this, he's gonna fall eventually. Now I know he has dead hard, so that's why I waited there. And even though he is dead hard, I can see he didn't have enough distance to make to the pallet, so I just waited. And regardless of what happened, I would have gotten the hit there with my patience. But yeah, the best play for him would probably be just to vault that window in front of him, because by the time he got to that window, the shock effect would have dissipated. That was just another way he could have looped without, you know, focusing only on this pallet. Now, there's a good decision here I didn't comment on, but I noticed on barbecue that there was some person right there where the gen got finished, and there was another person on these gens back there where I'm facing right now. Now here I'm just getting him to higher tier because you remember there's a person that finished that gen to my right, so she's right there. There she is. So it was likely she was going to immediately come for the save because she just finished the gen. So that's why I kind of baited her by going a little bit to the middle there. Put a bit of pressure by you know, getting the tap on a bit higher tier there on the madness with the time that I had before I had to come back and stop the save. Because if they just keep saving right now, it's not going to be enough for me to. Because they're pressuring the gens, you know, they're gen rushing. So I need to play more strategic. I can't just like switch hooks. I cannot just keep chasing like that. Like, you know. Another example here, how to use the shock. Unfortunately, they were pretty smart. This is a very crucial play here as well. The fact that he came at the same time and he noticed that she was going to go down, and he came at the same time to save the ace there. That was a very big play because if the tap wasn't there, it would, or he came a little. If he came a little late, I would have been able to still do a catch on him. But by the fact that he came, like, just the timing was perfect there, I was still under my recovery from hitting the fang. He was able to save without any like consequences ahead or catch or anything. So right here, I know I have enough time to down this Nia before they save that person because they all ran away. So I was expecting them to get saved already, but that's fine because now I kind of just recycled the pressure, you know. I lost the pressure when she got saved, but then I just gained the same pressure again by hooking the Nia. And not just that, but the Nia is in a pretty bad spot there regarding pallets. She's not near hit this loop, for example, that's very safe. So that's why I thought it was worth it to switch. You see, I saw a person there. Now I can down the Fang here, so I need to go back immediately there to apply more pressure because otherwise she's gonna get, because I need pressure now. There's only 2 gens left, and these guys are rushing. They only need 1 person at the gen, and those 2 gens are gonna pop soon. So I need more pressure. I don't have time enough to pick the Fang and keep this pressure, this like very little pressure of just 1 person on the hook. I need like 2 people down, 2 people on the hook. I need something stronger than more pressure to be able to handle at this point in time of the match. I know that, so here I'm just waiting for borrow time. That's why I wasn't hitting her. Because again, remember that of course they have borrow time. We pretty much saw that already. The tap saving the ace with borrow time, and I think the ace also saved the tap earlier with borrow time. So we know 2 people already have borrow time. Those kind of information you need to have in your head as well. He fucked up a little bit there, but yeah, he got a hit for free. But now it's a good time to pick the Fang because someone is gonna go heal the Nia there. So that when they're doing this heal, this gives me time to hook her without losing any pressure, you know. Losing pressure, I mean people doing gens, but the ace is not in the action here, so he can still doing that gen. And just like I said, 1 person is still enough to finish these 2 gens in time before they all die. So I need to really, that's why I didn't hook the Fang earlier, because I knew this already. I really need to build a higher pressure. And just like I told you that I needed a pressure with like 2 people on the hook or something like that, this is exactly the kind of pressure that I built right now by doing that play earlier. And just like that, and like I said, these guys are my friends, so I'm not really trying that hard. I didn't try that hard from the beginning, but now that I can see that if I don't step up my game a little bit, they're gonna, you know, use that against me. Then that's why now I'm actually, you know, stepping my game up a little bit just to keep control of the game. Because like if they want to try hard, then I have to try hard, you know, to keep the balance going. Like if they want to gen rush, I gotta kill rush. So right here, he kind of fucked up as well. He thought he could vault it back, but I can tell, like, from the moment he got shocked, I could tell if he tries to vault out again, he's dead. So that's why I just, you know, and he didn't realize that. What he should have done is just kept looping, or, you know, go to that palo in front right there. Not try to vault again, because with the shock, he's not going to be able to deal with the palo like that. So right here, I was just thinking to myself, like, they're my friends, so I'm not going to kill them. And, but yeah, but that was the game right there. I already won, so I mean, there's nothing to prove here, you know. They already lost. They know they lost. I know I won. So I'll just let them go because they're my friends. And the ace and the tap, right? The other ones, I don't really know them. So that was but that was a really good example of when. But the type of match that I play right now, where I was playing like nice from the beginning. That's kind of a risk because when you're playing against people like this, they know how to play. You also see their build too at the end of the match. You see that they have they're using meta perks as well. So people that play like that, they use meta perks and they rush and they actually know how to loop and everything. They didn't loop perfectly here, but they, you know, still did a pretty good job, average job. people that play like that, you can't really play nice. Because if you play nice, you saw right there how quickly the match was going south, you know. And I just stepped up my game up, and I got the pressure back. But if you're like you don't know how to do that step up, and you're playing nice like that, they're just gonna use that against you. So that's why for the most part, I don't usually play this nice from the get-go. I just I pretty much guarantee the game first, just like I did right now. I guarantee the game, and then I start playing nice after, not before, you know, because you never know what to expect from them. So just do your part, and then you decide what you do with them later after you've already done your job, which is winning the game. But yeah, right here my intention is really, I'm not gonna kill them. I don't want to kill them. I already got my 4 stacks as well. The Nia and the other, I think was the Fang. I was my full intention to kill them, so they're already gone. Except these 2 persons here that are my friends here. I have no intention of farming. I really just want them to finish the gen already. But while they're taking a little while here, so I'll just make some points, I guess. But going back to some crucial points here. The match could have also ended that moment where the tap he had the perfect timing to save the ace with the borrow time. The match could have ended right there. Because if the Fang went down and the ace was on the hook, the ace would have gone to struggle, and the Fang would be on the floor right in front of him. So that gives me two people I'm pressuring at that moment, and everyone else was injured. I don't know if you could tell, like everyone was pretty much injured the entire game, just because of how well I kind of spread the pressure around by you know, starting a chase and then getting a hit, but then coming back and starting a new chase and hitting a different person. Because these people play like this as well. They gen rush to the point where they don't even use self care, or they don't even worry about healing. They just do the gens. So this is another point as well. The people that play like this, you can't really be that nice, because you're not gonna win the game by just switching hooks. Like you hook someone and then you just blindly chase the first person that you find until you down him, and then you hook her. And then you blindly chase the second person that you find, and you know, you just can't do that. You have to be smart about what you're doing. So, because if you just keep switching like that, it takes too long. They take 3 hooks to die. It just takes too long. If they're doing the gens like this without even healing, you're not gonna have time enough to hook everyone, and you're probably not even gonna get a single kill. Maybe you get people on death hook, but you're not gonna get a kill. So maybe no ad is something that can help if you're trying to play that nice, because you know, because at that point the gens will finish, but you still have no ad to be able to get a few extra hooks before they leave the exit, and maybe then you will get your, you know, 1 or 2 kills, 3 kills by playing nice the entire from start to end. But yeah, for the most part, no, it doesn't work. Even with no ad, and people, even if you play nice and you still use no ad, people will still, you know, trying to bullshit you and you know, put you down for using no ad. So it's kind of, as the killer, you can't really win. So either way, people are gonna get pissed. People get pissed for you doing your job and killing them, and they also get pissed for using no ad. Like they get pissed for, you know, if you play bad, they're just gonna troll you and send you messages saying you're bad. So it's like you can't really win as killer in this game, fortunately. So just do what you gotta do and forget about what the other people think of you. That would be my advice. Now, so yeah, right here, I think I'm probably gonna cut this part because it's taking too long. Let me see, there's another point I should cover. Right here, I guess everyone should know this, but if you shock them and then hit after the shock, you get a few points there on the deviousness. I don't know if everybody knows that, but there's a specific event score for hitting them after you shock them. Because you cannot max out on deviousness on Doctor by just shocking them alone. Usually you need to shock and then get this hit, which is another type of event to be able to max on deviousness. So let me see if there's another point here that I should make. I guess, you know, some people talk about my perks as well. Barbecue right there, I don't know if it was a very strategic perk in this game, because the fact that I could see their auras, especially that moment when I came back for the Fang that I commented a little earlier on, it was really Barbecue that told me that, because I was trying to hold this area of the map to my left here, because I saw there was 4 gens in this area, but they were doing a very good strategy for Survivor, which is spreading out on the gens. So they were spreading out on both sides. You know, there was people to where I'm looking to my back here, my left at this moment on the screen, and there were people all the way across the map. So if they spread out like that, the survivors spread out like that, you can't really, you know, because it takes too long for you to travel around the map from one gen to another. So essentially, you just have to pick. You know, you can't defend both gens at that point. By the time you defend the first one and come back to the second one, it's gonna be done. So you just have to make a strategic decision at that point and know kind of what gens to give up, so to speak. Which is, in a way, it's actually good that they're doing that. You can use that against them because, as you can tell, like the Fang was the only person that was on this side of the map at that particular moment. All the other two people were on the right side of the map. Also giving that as this Azeroth. This Azeroth is a pretty good strategic map. I remember this, it's also one of the most selected maps for tournament, especially because it's quite, you know, it's kind of balanced. You know, you can play very strategically as killer and as well as survivor, just due to the map layout itself. Because this is like a straight line in the middle there, and there's a lot of openings. Like as the killer, you can play, you know, pretty strategically because you can with one single look, you can tell if there's people coming from one side to another. It's pretty easy to see that, you know. And the fact that it's very easy as well to get a 4-gen or a 3-gen strat at the end, due to the simple map layout of this map, which is there's already like 3 gens on each side. So usually a good strategy for this map is just doing what I did. It's like you need to locate the side where you have those 3 gens, and you wanna towards the middle to the end of the game, and then you wanna focus your defense, or you know, hooking people or whatever on that side of the map, so that even if they finish the gens on the other side, they still have to deal with a very strong 3-gen on the side that you're defending. And if you have if you have perks like Pop Goes the Weasel, that also really helps on that defense as well, because you're constantly hooking them on the same side of the map, and the gens are all near that hook that you're hooking them. So you can just keep like switching hooks and popping those gens that are on that same area of the map. Now here Ace wanted to die, so I guess I killed him. But yeah, Corrupt is also another perk that can be quite useful on this map, simply because, like I said, there's 3 gens on each side, and Corrupt blocks 3 gens. So it's not uncommon that the Corrupt on this map will completely block one of the sides entirely of this map in regarding gens. So that way you only have to focus on one side during the period that Corrupt is active, and you're getting the game going, you know, getting your first down and whatnot. Now, a power that I didn't use too much for Doctor here in this match was the I think it's called Static Blast, I think is the name. Shock Therapy is the one that you use on chases, but the Static Blast, which is the one that he inside his terror radius, which is 32 meters, he makes the survivor scream with like a single shock, increases their madness tier by 1 level. Now that's a super good location tool, and it works pretty well with my whispers there. But in this game, it wasn't very necessary because I kind of knew where they were all the time. That's why you notice I didn't use that power too much, because I just didn't need it. I really saved. I don't use that like in a spammy way just to get them the tier higher. That's not how I would recommend using this power. I would recommend to use it, to save it, to use it when you actually need that information. Like you need to know if there's a person in this area, or you need to locate someone and you have whispers and you know they're on that area. That's the only time I would recommend you actually use the Static Blast. It gets more value out of it than just like randomly, you know, throwing away around the map, or just to get a single tier of madness up, because you can easily do that with the shock already doing the chases, so you don't need a Static Blast to help you with that. It's a much more valuable tool if you use it at crucial moments. That's what I think, because it takes too long to recharge as well, so it's not worth to just use it in a spammy way. But yeah, guys, that's the game. Maybe I might have missed something, but I hope I could cover most of it. And yeah, guys, see you on the next video. Take care.